in our life in His hand, confess Him and serve Him, and He's there for protect us.
You know, I'm reminded that that's what happened in England when the people of England many of them repented and believed on Christ, and the Vatican was using Philip II of Spain to send this huge armada against England. And because they went into their churches and they prayed and they sought the Lord, and then they went out to fight with the armada, that the Lord intervened for them and blew most of the armada up in the North Sea and destroyed at least 1/3 to 3/4 of it. 20,000 men on probably 100 Spanish galleons, and only 20 galleons returned to Spain. So if the Lord did it back in England, He can do it again here, because we do anticipate.
Yes, you know, we have one thing to do: pray for our government. We have to pray for our leaders, our president, our prime minister. We have to pray for our politicians. You know, we have to pray for them.
Well, you know, that reminds me of Charles V. He was the Holy Roman Emperor in the 1500s, and he was greatly persecuting God's people and the reformers and others. And so they all prayed against him.
But, you know, Jesus said we have to be persecuted, you know, if you want to live.
We're going to have persecution, no doubt, but they prayed that the Lord would intervene. And you know what Charles V did? Charles V resigned. And he went into a monastery and spent the rest of his life harvesting flowers. Now that would be a wonderful thing for George Bush. Would to God that he would resign, go into a monastery and pick flowers for the rest of his life. Because if something like that doesn't happen, he is going to bring the power of the Vatican, its military power, in control of China, Russia, Mexico, the Islamic world. He's going to bring all that over here for our invasion. And I really believe we need to be serious, as the English were, and as you were, Pastor, when you left the power of the Vatican as a bishop. And I would also like to say thank you for telling me that you asked Albero to forgive you for writing that letter against him.
Yeah, I mean, that is an amazing story. I followed Albero Rivera's story, and to listen to you, Bishop, give it credibility. I hope everyone out there that's doubted that, and I've had people after I've written the story send me emails, oh, he was never a priest. And I think what this interview has done, I think listeners, you must understand that this comes from the heart of a man who was close to the Catholic Church, who believed in it, and found out their real intentions. And that intention is to destroy us. And we can't let that happen, and we can't let our beliefs, our false beliefs, go on any longer. And that's why I believe what Eric has called for in his book, to oust the Jesuits from this soil, even though they have such a strong foothold, is something that Americans must consider, because they control the Council on Foreign Relations.
That's right.
They control our government, and our government is not representing the people. They're going to preside over the deaths of millions of Americans. And I really thank the Bishop for coming forward, because I think it's going to save some lives just by people listening to the credibility of his words. Despite the campaign that the Jesuits, I know, will put on to discredit him, I won't believe it, one word of it, and I hope you out there won't either. Any last words, Pastor or Eric? We only have a couple minutes.
Go ahead, Gerard, please.
Yeah, okay. Apart of now, I put the United States in my prayer every day. I put the government, I put President Bush and his elders to turn their heart to God, you know. God is our only hope. He's the one can give peace, you know. And thank you, Father, to give us this opportunity to be in radio today.
And thank you so much, Pastor. With that, I must go. We're all out of time. Eric, thank you so much for coming on board.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Gerard, for coming.
God bless you.
Okay, God bless you all. And we're all out of time today on the Investigative Journal. Powerful show. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of the Investigative Journal. Until then, good afternoon.